Hi everyone, it's Ashley with Go and Crochetzy and happy Vlogmas Day number 13. So I have something fun to do with you guys today since I am doing another market tomorrow. This was a super last minute thing on my behalf. I just decided a couple days ago to do this, but since I am doing another market, I figured I had to prepare for this market. And so I thought I could give you guys a bunch of tips on what you could expect to bring to your market to guarantee that you will be prepared for walking into maybe your first market, or if you've done markets before, maybe you haven't done this, and so it will be slightly helpful for you. And so these are just things that I do for my personal markets to prepare me for the day so that I can walk into my market feeling successful, feeling like I am prepared to go into the market and not feel lost or like I'm going to forget anything. So I hope you guys enjoy all of these tips. And, honestly, it's helping me prepare myself for tomorrow's event anyway by bringing you through, because I need to go through it myself anyway, since everything I had was in storage until May. So I had to pull everything back out so that I could do this market. And so now we get to go through, get prepared together, and I hope you can learn something from all of these tips and tricks and little necessities that maybe you didn't think were necessary until now. So enjoy this video and I will see you guys in a little bit. Welcome to my kitchen. And so for prepping for a market, I always like to bring my own food with me. One, because I'm always by myself at these markets, so I cannot run off to go buy food if there are food trucks or food vendors at the market. And two, sometimes they don't have food vendors or trucks available to you to get stuff. So I always like to prepare ahead of time, and I always bring my own lunch. Now, this market is 10 to 7:30 p.m. So it's a very long day and it's going to run through both a lunch and a supper. So I used to make my own lunches for these markets. I would just do like a peanut butter and jelly sandwich or like ham and cheese and cut up some cucumbers and bring some fruit and everything like that. But as of lately, I don't have those items available because we don't eat bread very often. So usually when I go to make a sandwich, the bread is old and moldy, or I don't have the lunch meat on hand. So I ran to the store and I got myself some pre-made food just so I can just throw it in a lunchbox and bring it with me. So I like to get these like mini little salads at just Walmart. They're cheap and they fill me up. So it's just, this one's a BLT sandwich, salad. And so I will bring this for my lunch. This is like my go-to lunch lately for markets. And then I figured, usually on a market day, my nerves are high and I don't end up eating a lot anyway. But since I will be there until 7:30 p.m., I should probably bring a supper just in case I do end up getting hungry. So I picked up this sandwich as well. I don't know if it's going to be any good. I've never tried it before, but it's a barbecue chicken wrap and it sounded pretty yummy to me. So I'm going to bring that with me as well. And then of course, you know me, I like my Dunkin' refreshers, especially for a market day. I like to have one of those to sip on throughout the day. And this town that I'm going to does not have a Dunkin' in it. So I went ahead and purchased a refresher beforehand so that I can bring it with me tomorrow. So I have my little treat with me at the market. And so I have that ready to go. I also always bring a bottle of water. So I have like my reusable cups. So I have this reusable cup that I will bring with me. It holds a lot of water, and so I will bring this with me, and I also will bring a pre-made drink, like a vitamin water. Not sponsored by any of these people, but I will bring a drink as well so that I stay very hydrated. Have some mandarin oranges. So I think I'll actually bring mandarin oranges. So I'll probably bring 2 oranges, and then I'm not going to bring cucumbers this time because I am eating a salad. So I feel like a cucumber, I don't really need that since I do have my salad. So I might bring some chips or something like that just to crunch on. So let's see what about that. So I like these ranch Pringles, so I'll probably just bring them in this container so that they don't like get all crumbled up and stuff. So I'll probably bring that as well. And there you have it. I have my meal for the whole day for tomorrow. Usually on these days, I feel a little nervous in the morning and I don't end up eating breakfast because I'm busy running around making sure I have everything ready. This market only opens at 10, so I think I will be able to have a decent breakfast beforehand. And if not, I'll grab a protein bar or something to eat on the way there because it's about a half an hour drive from my house. So there I have my lunch. I'm gonna stick this in a little lunchbox and it's gonna be ready to go in my fridge. So all I have to do is get in, grab it, put it in my bag, and leave the house in the morning so it will stay nice and cold and fresh for the day. So let's move on to the next thing. All right, we're back in the kitchen for this next part. We're talking about change. We need change and essential things for every market. So you definitely want to go to the market having some change with you so that if people are paying in cash, that you have change to switch out for them. I like to bring $150 personally for this, for every market, just because you want to have lots of ones, you want to have lots of 5s, and then I also like to bring some 20s and 10s so that you can change out if they have a bigger bill. Obviously, I don't like changing out bigger bills very often because it takes away from the rest of your change and you have to be a little bit more leery on bigger bills. But right here, I'm going to break it down for you how I do it. So I bring 2 20s, I bring 3 10s, I bring 8 5s because, you know, if they buy a $5 item and they use a $10 bill, then you have that other 5 just to break it down so you don't have to use ones. And then I always bring 40 ones. So it ends up being $150 altogether. So I like to do that just so I have lots of spare change on hand so that I can be prepared for any situation. I have never ran out of money before for cash at these events because I am prepared for it. I also have $1.50 in quarters just because I do have those stickers on my table that are 50 cents a piece. So if a kid brings me $1, I can give him 2 quarters back for that single sticker. Now, I also like to break up my change so that I know exactly where things are. I put the 20s in a pocket with the quarters. So it's zippered in there with the quarters so it stays out of the way. So I'm not like touching the 20s a bunch because, you know, sometimes you don't want to accidentally give them the wrong change, right? So the 20s stay separate, and anytime I would get a 20, I put it in this zippered pouch so that it's out of my way. When it comes to my 10s and 5s, I always put my 10s in the front and my 5s in the back, and they stay in the same place. I love this purse because you can separate it like this. So my 10s are in the front, my 5s are in the back. And then my 1s are the closest to me because it's the one I'm going to use the most. And I have it in the back here, just as so. And so I know exactly where everything is in this purse. It actually was very helpful for me at my last market. Someone handed me a 20. I was talking to them, so I was directed, my eyes were directed towards them. They bought a $10 item. I took the 20 thinking it was a 10. I kind of glanced at it and I thought I saw a 10 instead of 20, and I stuck it in the front and kept talking to them. And then they were standing there and they were like, how much was it? And I was like, oh, it was 10. And they were like, I gave you a 20. And I'm like, oh my goodness, I'm so sorry. And I actually opened up my purse and I was like, actually, yes, you did. You did give me a 20 and not a 10. And so I gave them their change and put the 20 in the respective spot. And so that was very helpful in that situation. So I knew they were being honest and I was being honest back. And, I was very sorry about that, and they totally got it because we were having this conversation. So that happens sometimes. So if you have your money organized in a nice way, then you're not going to run into any issues where someone says, I gave you a 20, but you're like, I don't think so. So it just kind of saves any negative interaction from happening. So that is what I do there. And then I also have this front pocket. I keep my keys in here, so I always have my keys with me. And then I always have a thing of sanitizer with me too, because you're touching money all day long, and then you're going to eat food or something. You want to sanitize your hands. You don't want to be eating, putting stuff in your mouth with dirty hands. This one is actually almost out though, so I'm going to put a fresh one in. And so I have that in there, and then I have a pen, because sometimes you just need a pen. And yes, I have a bin that I keep next to me under my table, but sometimes you're in a pinch and you want a pen. So that is what I have in here. Oh, and then also I like to bring a little bit of extra cash just in case I want to buy something from someone else. So I'll usually bring like $40, $20, whatever I think I'm gonna need at the time, extra cash with me, so that I am prepared for if I see something I want, I can have my cash separate than this cash, so that at the end of the day, when I'm squaring up to see if my numbers are correct, this is separate from that, because you don't want to mix up and like think you had a loss or think you had something stolen or anything like that. You know exactly what is in here is everything from your event, and what you have in this front pocket was what you actually spent on your things. So I like to do it that way. I don't usually bring 40 though. I usually have like a couple ones and a 10 or something like that. Smaller change, just so that I am, prepared. If I do end up running out of like a 1 or something in here, I know I can grab an extra one up front, but that hasn't ever actually happened to me before. So thankfully for that. But that is everything for my little purse that I bring with me. And I keep it strapped on me all day long, so I do not ever leave my money. Because I know a lot of people will use a lockbox or something, but if you have to go to the bathroom, you don't want to carry this big old lockbox with you, right? And if you are by yourself, you would potentially have to carry it with you, or get it stolen is a possibility. So this is with me all the time. So if I do have to run to the bathroom, I'll look at a vendor friend and be like, I gotta go potty, I'll be right back. Tell someone if they come to my booth, I will be right back. And I can run to the bathroom and not have to worry about grabbing anything on the way, because I have it all attached to my body the entire time. Okay, we have moved to my basement because of some other essentials that I think you should have at every market that adds a really nice touch to all of your items. And the shopping experience for the person that comes to your booth and chooses to purchase from you is having some bags ready to go, so that when they have a purchase, I always say, do you want a bag for that? Sometimes they say, no, I brought my own bag. Sometimes they say yes, and sometimes it's a kid and they just want to carry it themselves. But I give them the option of getting a bag or not. I am actually running low on my medium-sized bags. I only have 2 left because I was not planning on having another market this year, and I thought I had time to purchase these bags. I just got these from Amazon. I really like them because they have the handle and they say thank you. I think it's a really cute touch. So I'm actually really low on these bags, which is kind of unfortunate because that's the only ones I have in that size. These ones I actually use for my mystery bags, but if I have to in a pinch, I will use these for a purchase if I need to, depending on how quickly the mystery bags are moving for me. They didn't move at all the last market I had, so I'm not too concerned about it. And then I did pick up these like small size bags that are winter themed, which I thought would be really cute. I just found these at the Dollar Tree. So you get 6 for $1.25, and here's the other one, which isn't the best price range because you can get them cheaper through other places, but for this specific market I was running out of bags, and so I figured I would just pick some up at the Dollar Tree. So I have 12 of those fun little bags. I thought they would be perfect for a little kid that picks up a small $5-10 item. You can still slightly see through them because I do like to have see-through bags. So if a kid is walking around and they have something in the bag, people may notice it and come seek me out. It's just kind of the way I thought. I also just use these cheap storage bags from the grocery store, and I think they are perfect. They do not have handles though, but they are completely see-through. So if they have an item that will fit in this bag, I say, do you want a bag? And they'll say yes, and I will put it in here so that they can carry it around, and then it piques interest on from other shoppers, potential shoppers, so that they see those bags, they see what's inside the bag, and then maybe they come to your booth because they are interested. I also have a larger bags for my bigger items. I don't go through these ones very much because I don't really go through very many bigger items, but this will fit most of my bigger items in it. It's quite large, and so I bring a handful of those as well. Now, if you don't have bags on hand, like the cute little thank you bags, I would suggest grabbing or saving any bags you get from like shopping. So here I have just a little grocery bag from Walmart when I forgot to bring my bags into the store and I needed a bag to carry some stuff out. So I have a couple of those Walmart bags that I can bring in a pinch. It will work if they need a bag. Say, I know this time of year, people will say, do you have a bag? Because it's a gift for someone and I don't want them to see it. So this way they have a bag. It might not be the prettiest of things, but at least it gets the job done to be able to hide it from someone. I got this bag. It's just a blank bag, which is perfect. I would definitely use this one before I use one of these. And I actually do have the little, these little thank you stickers that I just got off of Amazon that I could put on that bag just to, you know, make it a little bit more professional looking. And then also what I found in my pantry was this IGA bag. So just a local grocery store, and then a TJ Maxx bag, which is a very big. So I'm definitely going to be having that TJ Maxx bag available because it is bigger than my white thank you bags that I have. And if someone buys something even bigger than what can fit in the white bags, I have that available for them. I also like to store all my bags in a nice little bin that I keep next to my seat or where I'm standing at the market, so I can just reach down, grab it. Once again, I keep it very organized. I know my biggest bags are in the back, my medium-sized bags are in front of that, my small bags for the small items are way in the front for that. And then I also have my business cards right ready to grab just in case someone asks for one. I can have those ready to go. And I like to also keep a battery pack just in case I need to charge my phone. I have this and I'm not next to an outlet because a lot of the times you won't be next to an outlet. So having a battery pack, this will give me like one charge on my phone. And a marker, some tape, because you never know when you're gonna run into any issues. Extra tags, so if something changes on your table, say you sell out of something or you make something new and you want to add a price tag to it, you can. I like these ones for the bigger displays, and it's just a chalkboard one. Just I got it at the Dollar Tree. Again, I get a lot of these little things at the Dollar Tree because it's cheaper and it's convenient. So I have those for a display as well. Of course, always need some scissors. And then a big thing, an important thing that I bring with me to each of my markets is extra price tags. So I have extra price tags and the little loops that go on them. Sometimes maybe a price tag gets lost or ripped off, so you have extra ones to add. Or even sometimes you make something new when you're at that market and you want to tag it so that people know what it costs. And so you have those ready to go. I know my last market, I actually forgot to tag a couple things that I had made the night before for the market. And so when I got to the market, I was able just to tag those items up nice and quick and be able to put them right out right away because they had a price tag on them. I also like to bring a little trash can for all my spare bits when I'm crocheting and I have the little ends and everything. So I just have this trash bag or this trash can for that. Once again, the Dollar Tree. Like I had these little spare bits in there from the last market I did, and just so it keeps your space neat and clean, and it also just keeps it less work for you to do at the end of the day. Gathering all your garbage is just in here. Of course, don't put your food items in here or anything because that would get stinky and gross. But I do that. And then on the way there, I actually put like my little price tags and hooks and everything in the garbage can so that I know where they are when I get to the market. Like I have these little hooks for my bags and everything that go on my big display. So I put those in there so that they are in a place I know where they're going to be. So I'm not searching for them. I'll show you what else I will put in there. Price tag clips that I put on my small items over here because they are all one price items, and so I'll stick that on the little bins that they're in so that I know what price goes on which, and then they just go in here so that when I get to the market, I know I'm gonna empty this out, and then this is gonna be freed up for me for the day to use for spare things. Let's say hi. Georgie wants to say hi. Hi, Georgie. He doesn't get much camera time, so I'm gonna give him a little bit of camera time today, huh? Yes, he's a good boy. George is almost 17 years old. He is an old man and he doesn't like to be held as much as he used to. He used to be a very lovey, I would like hold him at night as I slept cat, but he is the one that wants me just to pet him, and he will lay on my lap or something, but he does not like me to hold him anymore. I think he's just kind of old and maybe a little arthritic or something, because when I pick him up, he kind of tenses now. Although he is purring. You happy boy? Yeah, he's a good boy. I've had him for many years. He was my first official pet of my own. I grew up with pets, but he was the first one I actually got for myself. All right, let's move on to something else. I actually just walked over, grabbed something else I wanted to show you guys, and came right back here. I always bring spare like chalkboard, pens, markers, pens. I even have some spare yarn in here for embroidery. And then of course some hooks, and I have hooks of all different sizes in here that I will have just in case I'm in a pinch. And I even have some needles just in case I need to sew something together. So I always have that with me. I showed you the scissors already, but I have, this is like my little emergency bin that I bring with me. I do have the chains and the hooks for keychains if someone sees a small item but they would like to upgrade to a keychain. I can do that on the spot for them. Deodorant, yes, I have had to use this mostly in the summer, but I have had to use it before, so I always carry that with me. And Tylenol. Sometimes you get a headache, sometimes it's loud in a market and you just need some Tylenol. Breath mints, because after you eat, especially if you're eating like onions or something, you need to like freshen up. And then I even have some napkins that I will bring with me. I usually have wet wipes, but I don't have any of those right now because I thought I was done with the markets, and so I had used all of those up. Lint roller. Once again, more tags and some tape and sanitizer. And so I have this so that it's like my little emergency kit that I keep with me, so that when I'm at a market, if I need to reach in and grab something, I can know I'm prepared for just about anything here. So that is that on those. I'm trying to think of what else I would give you guys for tips. I will search around and see what's going on, and I will get back to you guys. Okay, one last thing I wanted to add as a necessity is having a chair for your market. I just bring like a little camping style chair because it's easy for me to fold up, open up, and it's good for me to have so that if I want to sit down, I can, and sometimes I don't. Sometimes I stand. It depends on my setup, but chairs are always very helpful for when you have a very long day market like I do tomorrow. Guys, one thing you definitely do not want to forget, which I almost did because they're kind of buried away, but do not forget your tablecloths. I was so close to forgetting my tablecloths because I had everything packed up, and then all of a sudden I was like, oh shoot, tablecloths. So I'm getting those in there too. They were covered in a bunch of stuff, and thankfully I remembered. But can't forget tablecloths either. They're very important. They really make your table look more presentable, just a little bit more professional. So make sure to have your tablecloths. All right, I think that was everything I wanted to cover. If anything else pops up in the future, I will definitely let you know. But thank you guys all for joining me in today and watching me go through all of my own personal prep, and hopefully giving you some ideas or some tips of what you can do for your own market. Maybe if you are doing your first market or if you are on your 100th market, hopefully I was able to give you some little things that I do that might make it more successful for you to do as well, get you a little bit more prepared for your own markets. So with that, I'm gonna talk to you guys all tomorrow for Vlogmas Day 14. Stay tuned to see my market breakdown. That will be a couple days past day 14, even though it is going to be on day 14. I do want to prepare it and get it as a nice cohesive market vlog. So be prepared for that one and stay tuned for it. If you haven't already, like, subscribe, and comment down below if anything in this video was helpful for you, or if you do anything for your own markets that would be helpful for me. I would love to hear your feedback. I will talk to you guys all tomorrow. Bye.